This is why she will never be fired. So, you know, they have this opener where like Andy is going and talking to all of the ladies or whatever. And he says to Nene, I just spoke to Tyrone. And Nene was like, oh, it definitely wasn't in person. Oh, she's so quick. But first, before we get into this review, let's get into the looks. First of all, this wasn't their best. I was not really wowed by anything. And I think they were like off theme. Don't they have a theme when they do these reunions? I feel like every time I've seen a reunion for a housewife show, I feel like there's been like some kind of harmony. They seem like they are clashing. First of all, Kenya. Yellow always looks great on her, but I feel like I've seen this on her before. I'm not saying I've seen it at the reunion, but it just looks very similar to something she wore at the reunion, and I wasn't really wowed by it. Porsha, I didn't understand the crown. I didn't understand like the purple getup. I don't know. I just really thought they would bring it. Nene, no, I didn't like it. I did not like it. The worst for me was Sheree. I thought it just didn't fit her properly because Sheree is very cock diesel, right? And she has like a little neck because she's so cock diesel, it like shrinks. Then she has this thing that's like making her neck even smaller, so it just didn't look right to me. Cynthia, of course, looked great. She always does, but it's just she has this beautiful big flowing red dress, and then it's clashing with Kenya's yellow dress, the very similar yellow or chartreuse dress, and then it's just not working. Kandi, God bless her soul, I have never went up for her reunion fashions. I don't know where they coming from. I don't know. Y'all gotta stop shopping on Instagram. But I will say this, they need to do a commercial for undergarments because them titties was sitting. I don't know what kind of bra. Oh wait, do a lot of them have implants? Never mind, disregard. However, the hair and makeup look great. Kandi looked great. Whoever she's been using to do her hair, except for when they gave her that jet black wig, but I think that was something she did on her own. The one with the choppy bangs, I think that was something she did on her own. But whoever she has been using for like the confessionals and this reunion, keep them, honey. Your hair looks healthy and beautiful. It's matching. Like it. Cynthia, of course, this long Beyonce braid looks sickening. Kenya's hair always looks great. Nene, I feel like I've seen this wig before, and I think when I saw it, I also thought it was a no. It's a no again. Who else? Sheree? Yeah, I don't know. I hate her whole look. I hate it. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of like an oversized Easter dress from Marshall's from the 80s. It just don't look well. It just does not look well. The color is perfect. I think it will look better on somebody darker. Maybe Kenya. I wish she would have wore something pink. I think she would have looked great in that, but it doesn't really work for her. No. But Kandi, yes. Congrats to Kenya. I want to give you guys a little bit of tea because I'm not messy. I am not messy. I just review a show that I like for my friends. So anyway, for my little sister's birthday, we went to this trendy little restaurant out here in LA on Sunset Boulevard. Kenya was there. Mother had a pouch. And I was like, oh, but you know what I mean? I'm not doing no gossiping or nothing like that. But I was like, oh, okay, girl. Because she was there. She actually sat like right next to us. And my family is so bougie and shady. Like, nobody wanted to say anything. So we was acting like we were stars, too. But, yeah, she had a little stomach. And I was like, oh, okay. And she seemed very happy. But she also seemed very chill. And I think it is like when she was talking about, I don't want to talk about it, you know, until I'm at a healthy place. I don't know if she was at that healthy place yet, but I really think that not only this husband, but I think this baby has put her in a space where it's just like, none of this is worth it if I can carry this. You know what I mean? I just feel like she was very humble. Very humble. She didn't come in like a celebrity. Well, also, this restaurant had a bunch of celebrities, so you couldn't really act like a star because everybody was stars in there. I don't know how we got a table, but we did because we celebrities too. Work. It's gonna happen. Anyway, yeah, she had a little something, so I'm excited. And I held that for a minute. Because y'all, when I saw it, I wanted to come back and talk to you guys about it, but I'm just like, nope, I am not page 6. I am Nikki Star TV. Don't get it twisted. But yes, congrats, Kenya. Congratulations. She looked good. There is nobody shadier than Andy Cohen. The fact that he did this throwback to all of their looks, He played all of them. But I will say that Kandi improved this season. Every other season, them wigs. Basura! Nene too. Nene hasn't improved though, in my opinion. I think when she first started, I think she was using some of her real hair. It looked good. When she got into the wigs, it was just a mess. Cynthia has consistently slayed. Every look they showed of her, fabulous. Everybody else needed work. Well, Kenya was a good second, but Cynthia, slay. This reunion is already so much better than this season. Sheba Sheree's coming back, athletic wear. And why is she so defensive? I think it's because she was lying about it. She was so defensive, like snapping at Kandi for no reason. And Nene, you know Nene cannot wait to speak. She was making so many facial expressions. This is what I wanted all season. Why do we have to wait to the reunion to get this? I can't. I'm not going to be able to make it through this reunion. Nene. Oh, I can't wait for Kim to get on this stage. Why does she have to read her wig? Kim wigs are from Party City. Halloween, catch it. Oh, this is when she's so good. Why didn't we see this, guys? Oh, I hate when they do this. I hate when they give me all this heat at the reunion after they've given me like 20 episodes of nothing. You have been watching my reviews from the beginning when I started reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know that I talked about this Porsha and Kandi situation thoroughly because I know that people are fans of certain people and I did not want my opinion to be misconstrued that I'm favoring this person over this person, because I'm not. I am a fan of the Housewife franchise. I have no favorites. I do think that there are top dogs of every season or every sect of the franchise, but I don't have any favorites. I just love the show. I've been watching it forever. I'm just a fan of it, right? I was always on the side of Porsha after it got to the point where it was like to the point of no return with her and Kandi. Because this is the thing. Porsha and Kandi were having an argument. They were both taking shots at each other. Porsha hit below the belt. I'll accept that. Kandi took that conversation and that argument and told everybody in the cast and then cried. To me, that is manipulative and that is being a slickster. What Kandi was doing was telling everybody to get them on their side, on her side, so that they can turn against Porsha because she did not like what she said. And maybe it's because there was some truth in it. I don't know if she wanted to drug the girl. Maybe she said it in a joking way, or maybe, you know, she did want to have a little something with Porsha and her husband, or whatever it was. She didn't like it because Porsha brought something from the real world into this show and put it on camera. That is why she is mad at her. That is why she did not want her on the show. However, that argument would have stayed there if Kandi wouldn't have taken that information and made it a part of the season. They have so many arguments and they say things all the time. We, the viewers, wouldn't have even caught that had Kandi not made it an issue. The only person that Kandi needs an apology from is herself. Because she made this situation. They were having an argument. They always take shots at each other when they're arguing. So I don't understand what Porsha did was so bad. Nobody, Kandi, are you kidding me? Nobody believes that you're a rapist. Nobody would have thought that. You are the only one in your mind. You thought people were going to think I'm a racist. I don't know. A rapist. I don't know what you were thinking. But she, in my opinion, Kandi made this situation what it is. She made it so much bigger. We were just watching them have an argument. I would have never thought that she would have took from that argument, oh, Porsha called me a rapist, telling her, oh, now she called me a rapist. No, don't nobody know Porsha said she was going to drug and rape her until you said it to everybody. This is Kandi's doing. Porsha, don't apologize at all for nothing you do from here on out on this show. You have apologized enough. It is ridiculous. And because Kandi has made this situation bigger than what it really is, she has made people fans of Porsha. I'm telling you, I was on Instagram. There were celebrities. Titus from Kimmy Schmidt was putting a video up. It's like, why this girl got to keep on apologizing? It's done. People on Twitter are just like, Kandi, stop. Because you're making the situation worse. I don't think that she can see it because she is surrounded by yes men. So nobody is going to tell her the truth. I think the only one who's going to tell the truth is her mother. And she don't like what her mother is going to say. I'm telling you, Mama Joyce, she did a whole 180 for me. And I feel like when she sat down with Porsha, she was trying to do damage control on her daughter's image. I feel like Kandi is doing the worst onto her own brand because we're sick of it. Even people who were riding for you are like, girl, this is your own doing. Nobody, there's not one person who listened to their argument and said, oh my goodness, Kandi is a rapist. Kandi, come on. Girl, you made this situation what it is. And because there are a lot of women that don't like Porsha for good reason, Cynthia and Kenya don't ever got to be buddy-buddy with her. She put her hands on him, okay? Although, Kenya, you got what she was looking for. You antagonized that girl. I'll side with Porsha on that one. You know what I mean? But she did put her hands on her. Fine. So they don't ever have to be cool with her. But Kandi, nah, she made it bigger than what it was. And Nene should not have got involved. And all them other ladies sitting over there shaking their heads like agreeing with that mess. Y'all bogus. Because when it comes down to you, I hope that Porsha don't ever defend none of y'all when you got another castmate on your show trying to destroy you and take you off the show because you put their true tea on TV. That's what the problem was. Her real freakiness was exposed and she didn't like it. And she tried to get this girl fired, and she tried to make it bigger than what it was, and because she stayed, it enraged her even more. That's what it is, Kandi. We were on your side, girl, but you done made this, you done talked about it so much. We're investigating, we're looking at things differently now. You should have let it go, Ma. You should have let it go. Let me tell you something, baby. Marlo came on this stage ready for Kenya, but Kenya been ready for her. She read Marlo down. James Amos in a wig. Yes, Kenya. I'm so over Marlo. I really am. Like, we got to get her off. I don't want her back next season, Andy. Please. Because this is the thing. The women are discussing their issues. Marlo comes on and she just gets so gutter. Like, you know, of course Kenya has issues with her skin. Everybody has used that at this point. It wasn't even there yet. They weren't even at the level where they were slinging these, like, insult, like cutthroat insults. Yellow in the bad, with the bad skin. But you know what? I'm so glad that Kenya came for her, and she came for her the way she did. She didn't get low or whatever like Marlo did or try to like read her look. She did call her James Amos in a wig, but I'm saying she was crafty about it. That's the thing. Marlo can't read. She can't read. She just insults people, but she don't know how to read. And that is her issue because she just goes so low that it's ugly because she's a guest. It's like, you're a guest. You don't hold the peach. You gotta walk lightly, Ma. Because remember, I was for Marlo. I want her on here because I said her fashions were sickening. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I think this purple dress is cute. I don't care. I don't want her on the show. Bye, girl. Bye. Oh, girl. It's still juicy. So then we get to Kenya and Mark. So, God, it was so much. I just had to stop. It still happened. I'm still watching it. But I was just like, oh, we got to talk about this. Kenya has never met Mark's parents. She says she's talked to them by phone. She's never met them, and that's because they live in another state. Kenya, what's going on, girl? This don't seem secure. It don't. So then Andy is just like, you're on a reality TV show and you're with someone who doesn't like the show. He thinks that it's a bad representation of black women. He doesn't want to be a part of it. And Kenya's like, well, Andy, that is something that the blogs made up. And Andy is just like, he said it to my colleagues. Dead silence. Ciao. Because this is the thing. Andy is pissed because he gave Kenya a platform, okay? He put Kenya on, no tea, no shade. Nobody was checking for Kenya more until the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And good or bad, whatever, she agreed to play this character. So now Andy is feeling some kind of way, like, I put you on. Listen, like I said before, Andy is a pimp. Let's be real. He is a pimp and he got holes in different area codes. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. So this hoe is bucking up now because she want to get out of the lifestyle and go live a clean life with a new John, and Andy ain't having it because he does not like the fact that she is with someone who is bad-mouthing the show and he is signing her checks. Catch! I know Cynthia likes to deny this, but I mean, girl, I don't know what you want us to do, or like, we see it. I just feel like she is that friend that, although she's very sweet, she's walked over, you know what I mean? And manipulative people who have very dominant personalities prey on people like Cynthia to use them as like flunkies, you know, somebody to be there for me when I need them, to do certain things for me, but I don't really have to invest in them because they want to be my friend more than I want any kind of friendship from them. Like they're a friend to me. I am just someone in their life when I need something, but they're too gullible to realize that. And I think that Cynthia has found herself in that situation once with Nene and now with Kenya. And it's very unfortunate because Kenya, this whole season, like the stuff that she does, like you're supposed to be really good friends. She doesn't invite you because she says that you're going to tell everybody. You're offended by that. She talks about you at Houston. She's just not a good friend to her. And it's very unfortunate watching someone in their 50s go through this because you realize at this age, this is who she is. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be another person that does this to her. And there's, like, dominant personality to just take over Cynthia. And I feel like this has been her whole life. I feel like this has been her... You know what it was? Peter was like that to her. So it's just... It's unfortunate. Because I just feel like she just stays in, like, a cycle of, like, subtle mental abuse and verbal abuse. And she doesn't address it. And it's unfortunate. It really, really is. Because I think she's a terrific person. And I would love to see her stand up for herself. But she's in her 50s. She said, this is it. I'd rather my man have a nose ring than handcuffs. Come through, Kenya. Get off of Sheree. She took the wind right out of herself. So Andy's just like, who do you guys think is going to be the next to get married? And Sheree's like, hey, Kenya, you get married in prison? Oh, that girl is good. I feel like I've always thought that Kenya was a slick reader. I felt like she was just so mean. I think this husband in her life, real or fake or whatever, is a good thing because you get a balance. Kenya was just awful. You never got a balance for her. I feel like this season I got a balance from her so I can take her reads and not be like, pissed off by them and see them for how good they really are. And just, I don't know, I just feel like this season I got a different perspective from her of who Kenya is, and it's unfortunate because I don't think she's coming back. Because if she comes back, she's going to have to talk about Mark, and I don't think she's going to do that because Kenya will sacrifice it all for this man. I feel like she was that pretty girl who thought that she would be married and have kids in her 20s because of her looks. She could get anybody, and then it got to the point where she could not get anybody, and then she got to the age where it's just like, it's do or die. So when this man said, we're getting married, we're eloping, your father who you love can't come, I'm not even bringing my parents, and you better get off this damn show if you think I'm impregnating you, Kenya gonna do it. She did it all. She did everything else. Why not this? Nene. Now, Nene, I love you, but you are petty. You are lying through your teeth. Now Nene is on this reunion talk about she was mad that Porsha sat fired. You tried to get her fired, and then you said it at the reunion. Based on season 9, they should have got fired because it was so negative. Like, Nene can never own up to her mistakes. She can never apologize. She always wants to be the head honcho in charge. But I think because Porsha said all that stuff about how she loves her and she didn't want to disrespect her or whatever, I think that Nene closed the door on that conversation. It was just like, I receive it. Instead of, I'm sorry and I apologize. That was her saying, I'll move forward with that and not linger on because Porsha wasn't getting an apology. And I think that that's an unhealthy relationship. But I think that because Nene is the head honcho and right now Porsha's only real ally, that she's going to allow her to mistreat her because this is her income. You know what I mean? And she needs to have allies to be on the show. She can't come on the show and have people who won't film with her. So it's unfortunate, but it's real talk. You know what I mean? Like, rent can't pay itself. So I understand Sheree. I understand her being mad at Porsha because she has a point. None of the girls wanted to film with her. She was one of the only people who gave her screen time and agreed to film with her. And she felt some sort of way that she was being nice to her. She was filming with her. She was comforting her. And then she would tell Shamia not to trust her. Now, Porsha did not know that Sheree was going to see that text that she shared with somebody who she considered her best friend, which is normal. Like, you share stuff with your best friends and you don't think that they're going to be taking it to someone that you're just friendly with. You know what I mean? So I can understand both women, but I do agree that Sheree was hurt. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing that pisses me off with these women. When a subject is brought up on the reunion, they get angry about it after they have moved on and buried the hatchet. So Porsha said that she called Sheree and apologized. Sheree is just like, well, I feel like Kandi because I feel like now you're taking the apology back. Porsha's like, we were talking about it, so I was saying what had happened. So I don't know, guys. I just feel like it's such a double standard for Porsha. Like, she can't do anything. They blow up everything that she does, and I think it's because they don't want her on the show anymore. But word on the street is Porsha is still there, and Sheree ain't. And also, I don't think Porsha was deflecting. I agree. She was just like, everybody's getting on me about stuff that Sheree is doing. Why ain't nobody said nothing? She's saying the right thing because they blow up at her for the same stuff that other cast members are doing. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I don't know. It's making me look at some of these ladies sideways like, why can't you do it and Porsha can't? Maybe it's the fact that she's the youngest and these older people are just like bullying her. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say bully because I feel like that is a word that's been used out of turn. But I just feel like these older girls are really just trying to run her. And she's not having it. And because of that, they're trying to like get rid of her, just be mean to her, belittle her. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like they are all terrible to each other. But for some reason, Porsha has to apologize to everybody thrice, daily. It's enough. It's enough. And y'all are starting to look like a girl gang at this point and not the cool kind. You see what? Okay. Now, I feel sorry for Sheree. Now, listen. I'll listen to Sheree go in on Porsha. But it's just like, ma'am, you are starting to get what Porsha was getting because everybody is mad at her for not checking Kim when she did that stuff to Nene. So all the women are just like, no, what you did was wrong. That was wrong. And the word on the street is she don't have a peach anymore. You see what happens when you lie down with people who get Party City wigs? You get cut. Your paycheck is gone. And Tyrone ain't got no money. You should have called her on them roaches. Now look at you. Y'all both gonna be in the unemployment line. Oh man, this is sad. This is really sad to see women who've known each other for 20 years like fighting like this and just to see the breakdown of their relationship because I feel like Nene was hurt that she's known Sheree for such a long time and Sheree just wouldn't defend her concerning Kim. And a lot of the women, their issue is the fact that Sheree brings back everybody else's bone but not Kim's. Like, she's so protective. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all from the beginning. Y'all always try to check me in this review. There is the way these women treat Kim is alarming. I'm side-eyeing all of them. They carry her around like she is the second coming of Christ. It is so weird. Kim could do and has done worse than what Porsha has done, and these women get over it. I don't know. And I'm just like, is it because she's white? Like, why are y'all so docile with Kim, but with each other, y'all tear each other apart. But with Kim, it's just like, I want to move forward. Oh, I'm not gonna bring back her bones. Like, what? I don't know. It's awkward. I feel like this cast just needs to remain black because I have to be honest, my opinion, I don't think that these women know how to have a healthy relationship, an equal, balanced relationship with the white castmate. It doesn't work because from a viewer watching it, they just seem very docile to her and rabid to each other. They destroy the black women on this show destroy other black women. When this white woman comes into the mix, they bow down. They're very gracious. They walk lightly with her. It's so weird to me. It's very uncomfortable. And it gives off racial undertones that I don't need on reality TV. I'm sorry. I get enough of it in the news. I get enough of it in my day-to-day life. I don't need it on this show. Don't bring her back. Word on the street is she got fired too. I think it's because the women don't want to film with Sheree or Kim. And I think whoever is coming back, especially if Nene got anything to say about it, Sheree and Kim ain't coming back. And that's some true tea. She really does have a pull when she's on the show. When she's not on the show, she doesn't really have a pull on who's cast and who's cast and who isn't cast. But when she's on the show, that's the head honcho. Stay woke. So that's where it ends. Next week, Kim is going to get on the stage and the housewives are fired. Now they done found their voice. Now they got something to say to her after they have bowed down to her the entire season. Now they can find their voice. Kim, what the hell is going on with your lips? Stop. Does Corey really like that? I don't know. I feel like her lips have gotten bigger. It's so scary. And then I think I don't know. Sis, you need to stop. But anyway, that's where it ends. This reunion was so good. I felt like I got out of this 1 hour, or maybe it was 2 hours. I don't know. I was watching it on my DVR. But I felt like I got out of this one episode of the reunion what I have been wanting the entire season. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was production. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they're going to get this cast together from what I've been hearing behind the scenes. And, you guys have been feeding me some tea, so I don't know. I'm hoping to get it together next season, but this reunion looks good, and I will be there to chat it up with you guys about it next week. So, if you like what you see here, please come back and stop by and let's kiki in the comment section. And also, please like, comment, subscribe, and share so we can grow our community and we can get all the tea, we can get all the kiki, we can get all the cacklings that we need, and just have a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. See you next week. Bye, guys.